And that breaking news here on First at 3 from the Douglas County Sheriff's Office, who arrested a woman they say is connected to the murder of two men and the shooting of another here in Douglas County. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dave Zavolinsky. During a news conference this afternoon, authorities said Erica Mims is facing 11 felonies. Those charges include 2 counts of first-degree murder and 2 counts of tampering with evidence. She's also being charged with the attempted homicide of a man who was shot in May. Police say the arrest connects the death of Lamar Ned, found dead near 72nd Street and Rainwood Road last August, and the death of LaRon Hodges, whose body was found concealed in a vehicle at an impound lot in March. Brian Mastry is following these breaking developments, and he will have much more later on this afternoon right here on 6 News.